Hello gang. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever in the world you are. I hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm gonna take a quick hydration before I start greeting everyone. Hello. Good shit, good shit. Hello. Before y'all are gonna ask, I love TwitchCon. TwitchCon was really fun this year. Were a bunch of cool people that I met, bunch of fun hangouts and dinner spots and whatever. But that's not what you're here for, of course, today. Or maybe you are. Who knows? I can yap about it a little bit more, like later down the stream for sure. There are like two main things that I want to talk about here. One is I'm currently now trying to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. So please let me know how that's going. If there's like any discernible quality difference between Twitch and YouTube. Or if things on the YouTube side are not working well. I'm assuming things on the Twitch side are gonna work well, because they usually are. They usually are, I'll say. But let me know how things are going on the YouTube side, because the Twitch side, I believe the Twitch side, like that's probably fine. Second of all, a few days ago, every single card of Black Bolt and White Flare was released, or not released, revealed for release in Japan. So the cards are all in Japanese. Not all the IRs and SIRs, but like all the base cards. So I figured I probably want to start making content on those new cards, the new Black Bolt and White Flare cards. The one today, as you're probably seeing in the thumbnail from the YouTube stream or whatever, is Meloetta EX. But please let me know in chat or like in the comments or on Twitter or Blue Sky, whatever. Please let me know what cards you want me to try and use or make a deck around next. Because there's a lot of filler in the Black Bolt White Flare. I feel like it's mostly, in my opinion, it's mostly the trainer cards that are like really good in that set, and like most of the Pokemon are kind of ass. But I could try and cook with some of the Pokemon. This is just the first idea I had after specifically. This is the first idea I had after specifically seeing all of Black Bolt White Flare. Hello, Mr. Husky. Welcome in. What a beautiful playmat. Yeah. Huh. Now that you say that, this is indeed a beautiful playmat. Oh, you silly man. You're literally on it. Like, look, it's you. Anyway, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so please let me know if there's other Black Bolt White Flare cards that you want me to try and build decks around. Or maybe some Destined Rival cards, because Destined Rival hasn't been released in like hasn't been released for very long yet. It's like been about a week. Not even a week, it's like a few days. So yeah, please feel free to let me know what cards you want to see being deck built around on this channel. Because, like I said, Black Bolt White Flare seems like a lot of filler, so I don't think how much I don't know how much I can do. Hello, Abu, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk though, I appreciate it. I've been doing pretty well. So last weekend was TwitchCon EU in Rotterdam, and I've been like so tired from that weekend, yesterday at least. But today I feel like very recharged, really invigorated to do stuff. That's a really good thing, isn't it? Hello Strategic, welcome in. You've never clicked on a Twitch stream so fast after the title was how to donk your opponent. My expanded players, all my expanded fans love to donk. Okay, I will just come out here with a disclaimer. I have not tested this for consistency's sake. I think this is pretty consistent, but this is obviously not an optimal deck list. We would have to tweak this over the course. This is why it's a first look at it, which is not included in the title, of course, of the stream, because first looks don't really gain the clicks. You want a tutorial on how to donk your opponent. So you know what? I'm gonna give you the tutorial. All right. For that, I'll try to explain it the best I can by building it up card by card. If anything's unclear, please let me know. Okay? Please do. Anyway, we start off our list with 3 Volcanion EX. As you can see, I'm using proxies here because I only own 1 Volcanion. I'm not gonna buy 2 Volcanion if, like, for example, using only 2 rather than 3 is optimal. This is purely for testing purposes. So what Volcanion does, this is a basic fire type EX Pokemon with 220 HP, released in Journey Together. The attack doesn't really matter, but the ability Scalding Steam allows you to, if this is in the active spot, once during your turn, you can burn your opponent's active Pokemon. And now what burn does is burn makes it so that your opponent's active Pokemon takes 2 damage counters per turn. Hold on, see, this is the burn marker. And they take 2 damage counters between turns, but after they take that damage, they flip a coin, and if that coin is heads, the burn disappears. But if it's tails, the burn sticks. And this damage happens between turns. So, like, if your opponent has done a turn, then the burn will go up once again, and they will once again flip a coin. This is how the burn condition works. The attack on this Volcanion is, like, not relevant whatsoever. The energies to use this attack are not even in the deck. So don't fret about it whatsoever. Hello, Julia. Welcome in. Thank you for claiming your daily Dananuggy. I think Spicy Dananuggy is also still up, actually. Not entirely sure on that. Hope you had a great rest of your weekend, by the way. But you might be asking, hey Noah, like, it's pretty nifty and all this, yeah, there you go. Good job, Julia. You might be asking, like, hey Noah, this is pretty nifty and all, but 20 damage is, like, not a lot of damage. How are you expecting to win the game on turn 1 going first? Well, I will raise you the next card we're gonna talk about. Let's put this one here for a sec. Or the next cards we're gonna talk about. I have 4 Magmars here. It doesn't really matter what Magmars you use. I unfortunately don't have the 90 HP Magmars from the 151 set. So I just grabbed like 4 random Magmars from my binder, or from my collection. These are like Journey Together and Paldean Fates Magmars. Doesn't really matter, because what the Magmar does doesn't not matter at all. What matters is what its evolution does. Its evolution, a Magmortar. You're sick? Oh my god, I am so sorry. Did that happen on Sunday, or is it like a post-weekend thing? I'm so sorry to hear that. I did very much enjoy the rest of my weekend, thank you for asking. Anyway, Magmar evolves into Magmortar, which is a stage 1 fire type with 130 HP. Post-weekend, I see. Okay, gotcha. And Magmortar, once again, has an attack that does not matter whatsoever, because we don't have the energies to use this. But it has the ability Magma Surge, which says during Pokemon checkup, which means in between turns, you put 3 more damage counters on your opponent's burned Pokemon. So if you've burnt your opponent's Pokemon with a Volcanion, and then have like 1 Magmortar in play, instead of taking 2 damage between turns, to take 5. If you have 2 Magmortar, that becomes 8. With more Magmortars, that means more damage as well. 2 is probably the most realistic amount that you're going to get in play on turn 1. At the maximum, most likely. So Magmortar is here to boost our burn damage even further. And 80 HP is pretty strong, but you might be asking, hey Noah, hypothetical viewer voice. Hey Noah, how the heck are you going to get a stage 1 Pokemon in play on turn 1? Because you're not allowed to evolve Pokemon on turn 1. You're not allowed to manually evolve Pokemon on turn 1. Please get well soon, Julia. Please get well soon. Thank you for the well wishes on stream. How in the heck's name are we gonna get Magmortars in play on turn 1 going first? Because we're not allowed to evolve. Well, this is where the new card comes in. The Black Bolt White Flare card comes in. I think this one is from the Black Bolt set. It's Meloetta EX. Meloetta EX is a basic 200 HP Psychic type Pokemon with, once again, an attack that doesn't really matter for this deck. But the ability it has is Life Premiere, or Debut Life, or the translation is still, of course, this is a translated card, so we don't know what this is officially going to be called in English. But the ability says this Pokemon can attack on your first turn going first. Some of you might already see where this is going, but I'll go the extra mile to explain everything. We run also 2 Technical Machine Evolutions. 2 Technical Machine Evolutions. Technical Machine Evolution, if you attach this to a Pokemon, it can use the attack on this card for 1 turn. And the attack is Evolution, where you can choose 2 of your bench Pokemon, and for each of those Pokemon, you search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon, and then put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. So, I think you might see what the strategy here is. It's a 1 energy attack. If you go turn 1 go first, have a Meloetta with a TM Evolution attached to it, you can target 2 of your Magmars on the bench, and evolve them to Magmortar, and then Pokemon Checkup happens after that, making your burn do 80 damage rather than 20 damage. That's a lot of damage on turn 1 going first. If there's a small baby Pokemon laying in the active, yeah, no, that shit ain't living. So we have 2 Meloetta, 2 TM Evos. Once again, the counts are a little bit up to interpretation, because I don't know what's going to be most consistent, which Pokemon we can cut more. Expanded Beta gonna be wild. It's a reprint. I mean, Pheromosa GX was less obnoxious, because Pheromosa just had an attack that says, like, this attack can be used on your turn, first turn going first. But Meloetta specifically has an ability that says any attack this uses can be used turn 1 going first, which is like the implication that it can use like any technical machine attack as well. I also had a deck in the builder centered around technical machine blindside with like Ogerpons and E-switches for like a turn 1 blindside bench knockout, which sounded very funny, but also felt very, very inconsistent. And it kind of like disallowed you from actually running a poison package or a burn package or an Iron Valiant package or whatever. And this felt concise enough where I would say that yes, you can actually fit in several packages. Thank you for claiming the Daily Dynamite, by the way. Appreciate it. Anyway, you might be saying, hey Noah, the Volcanion needs to be active because of the burn. Because of it needs to use the ability, but then also the Meloetta must be active. And I would raise to that, you are so right. This deck is going to require a lot of switching options if we want to consistently find one turn 1. And also, how the heck does Meloetta attack without energy? We have a card that solves both of those problems. We run to Jet Energy. Jet Energy is a card that gives you 1 colorless energy when attached, and when you attach this card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, it switches to the active. If Volcanion is in the active, you can Scalding Steam, attach a Jet Energy to Meloetta. Meloetta immediately goes to the active spot, and you can do the TM Evo play that you already wanted to do. Now there's going to be a lot more switching cards in this list, and the reason for that is because I included 3 copies of Iron Valiant EX. Iron Valiant EX says once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. This can help you chip down even more damage from your opponent's active Pokemon. For example, if they open like a Girafarig that has 100 HP, the burn damage is not going to cut it. You might need 1 ping of Iron Valiant EX. Maybe you need 2 pings Iron Valiant EX and something else. That's what Iron Valiant is for. Once again, the only thing that matters is that it's a basic Pokemon and it has that ability. The typing and the retreat cost and stuff don't really matter, because we're also running Latias EX, which gives all of our basic Pokemon no retreat costs. With the ability Skyliner, it has, once again, another basic EX Pokemon. That's all that matters about the cards. And we also run Future Booster Energy Capsules, because this is a tool that, when attached to a future Pokemon, gives it a no retreat cost. In case we don't find a Latias, but we do have an Iron Valiant play, we can attach the Future Booster to Iron Valiant as a retreat for turn rather than the Latias. For example, if we open Iron Valiant, for example, we can attach a Future Booster to it, retreat into the Volcanion, use the Scalding Steam, and then Jet Energy our Meloetta to the active spot. That's a play we could do. But should you really think that I would leave it at this amount of switching options? No. 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 We also run 4 switch. So, just so that we have as many outs to our active spot being not what we want turn 1. If we open, for example, a Magmar or an Iron Valiant, like I said, we also have 4 switch. So you can get multiple Iron Valiants in the active during your turn, and the Volcanion and the Meloetta. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think this deck might want to go up to 3 Meloetta, 3 Jet, but I'm uncertain what to cut for that. Maybe Latias is the way to cut it, but that feels awkward. And now you might be thinking like, hey, this sounds dandy and nice and dandy and all, but how the heck are we going to get all these combo pieces? Because this feels like a lot to draw. That I would say, wow, chat, you ask like a lot of questions, first and foremost. And second of all, don't worry, I got you. There's plenty of search cards and draw cards in this deck. For example, sorry for the camera bunk. We run 2 Squawkabilly EX. Squawkabilly is another basic EX Pokemon, and its ability says that once during your first turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. That's a pretty good draw ability, don't you think? 2 Squawkabillies is going to help us churn through our deck even more. What's going to help for that as well is Ditto. Ditto's transformative start as a basic Pokemon says that if it's in the active spot during your first turn, you may search your deck and choose a basic Pokemon you find there, and put it in the active spot and discard Ditto. This is actually, honestly, the ideal starting Pokemon in the active spot if we find this. So we can just go find Volcanion, for example, or like any Pokemon we don't have in our hand, and immediately get the Ditto out of there. And also for additional draw, we have Mew EX. Mew EX is always goated. Once again, another basic EX Pokemon. This has the ability Restart, which allows you to, once during your turn, draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. If you have an empty hand, this is going to pop off. This is more of a situational card though. It also has no retreat cost, which is really nice in case like both of your Latias are prized and you're going to need like a retreat for turn besides your switches. Mew could be the retreater for you. We, of course, still have more search cards, or more draw cards. Our supporters for choice in this deck are for Carmine and no other supporters. Why would we think of any other supporters? Because this deck wants to only play the first turn going first and nothing else. Carmine says, if you go first, you may use this card during your first turn. That's the only reason we're actually using this supporter, is because we can use it turn 1 going first. And this Carmine discards our hand and draws 5 cards, which is really, really poggers. Isn't it? I'll put the Mew here for a second. And of course we have a bunch of search cards. We run 4 Dusk Ball to look at the bottom 7 cards of our deck and grab a Pokemon from there. Yeah. We run 4 Great Ball to look at the top card of the top 7 cards of our deck and grab a Pokemon we find there. We run 4 Nest Ball to search our deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on our bench. And we also run 4 Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from our hand and search our deck for a Pokemon. We got 16 cards dedicated to Pokemon search because we're gonna need a lot of Pokemon to make this deck function. Also, look, I picked this up this weekend. This completely retro XY Ultra Ball. I love it. So yeah, that's a lot of Pokemon search. We also got some supporter search in case we don't easily find a Carmine in our hand. We have 4 Pokégear to look at the top 7 cards and search, put a Pokemon, not a Pokemon, a supporter from there into our hands. And 1 Roto-Stick, which looks at the top 4 cards of our deck and reveals any number of supporter cards we find there. You remember when Beauty was used on first turn for DONK decks? You miss XY cards in life? Yeah, that's valid. I also miss XY cards in life. I can't wait to actually abuse Battle Compressor. I feel like Battle Compressor and VS Seeker are like the 2 biggest ones. Now my astute viewers might say, hey Noah, there's no stadiums and no A-Spec in this list. To that I raise, don't worry, I got you. There's 3 cards left in the deck. 2 of them are our stadiums. It's Town Store. This makes it easier. This Town Store allows us to use it once during our turn to search our deck for a 2 card. This makes it easier for us to find either a future booster if we need it, but probably mostly for the TM evolution. And then the last card in our deck is Dangerous Laser. In case we prize 3 of our Volcanion, we can use Dangerous Laser to burn and confuse our opponent's Pokemon so that we still get the burn off. This also works very well against Iron Thorns, although I guess we still auto-lose against Iron Thorns, probably. I think we do auto-lose against Iron Thorns. Don't we? Yeah, I don't think we can do 230 damage. Like, at all. I mean, if they don't have a Switch turn 1, and don't have a Pokemon Search turn 1, whatever. So, technically, the strat for this is use our Ball Search and our Supporter Search to thin out our deck as much as we can so that we get all the combo pieces that we need, which are Volcanion, Meloetta, Jet Energy, TM Evo, 2 Magmars on bench, 2 Magmortar in deck. That's the bare minimum that we need on board. And all the other cards are used to get those bare minimum cards on board or get the mobility between our Pokemon. Any questions about the list? This list is literally optimized for turn 1 going first and defeating your opponent. That's what this list is optimized for. If you're up against Raging Bolt or Terrabox or Iron Thorns, you're just cooked. I am so sorry. But against any other deck, I think you have a pretty decent shot at just straight up winning the game. Thanks to Meloetta EX. Hello Soul, welcome in. Streaming on YouTube, that's new. Yeah, I'm trying out a multi-stream today, so I am currently live on both Twitch and YouTube. For those of you in Twitch who didn't know, yes, I have a YouTube channel. Go check it out. For those of you on YouTube that don't know, yes, I do also stream on Twitch. Hey, go follow me. Let's see if my phone is still charging. It definitely is. Let's go. Streaming on YouTube and Twitch, you see how it is. Yeah. I wanted to try it out to see if my computer could handle it, and it seems to handle it pretty fine, honestly. I do notice that the bitrate is a little bit lower, but I think for these tabletop kind of streams, it's probably fine, especially since not a lot of flashy movement is happening other than my fingies. Anyway, if there's no more questions about the deck, let's just go shuffle it up and see how consistently we can get that turn 1 donk. Shall we? Try out TCG today, and Pete, no prior experience required. Shush. Shush. TCG ultimately still is a game of luck, unfortunately. So it's not 100% skill expression. That's my excuse here. But to be fair, same goes for like the Pokemon games. Although skill expression is definitely more prevalent there. I mean, bad draws are always a thing that can happen, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna give this a really good shuffle because like every card is in order right now. So in the meantime, I guess I could tell you guys about TwitchCon, which was really fun. I bought like a lot of cool singles, mostly from bulk. Honestly, I'm like an expert bulk diver. I bulk dove like 1.5 hours on both days just because I could. But yeah, bulk diving is so fun, and I just go like with through the cards, and there's always some hidden treasures. Like for example, that XY Ultra Ball that you saw from me. I think it's a Fates Collide Ultra Ball. I'm not entirely sure on that, but yeah, those are like the cool finds you can get in the bulk that not a lot of people realize. It has happened already. Yeah. It has happened already. I'm not getting a Switch 2, no. I think with how expensive TwitchCon turned out to be, I'm probably gonna pass on the Switch 2. Switch 2 is also like giga expensive, unfortunately. I would really like to try the new Donkey Kong game, but that's like the only Switch 2 exclusive that I really actively want to try out. Like Legend CA is also going to release on regular Switch, so that's like another game that I really want to play soon, which we got a release date for soon. Recently, it's going to release like I think October 16th or something. So yeah, here's to see how that will go. You're playing your 3DS instead. Yeah, no, that's valid. Switches are expensive, man. Switches are so expensive. Alright. Do we think we got a good shuffle? I think we got a pretty solid shuffle. Yeah, at non-stable FPS. I'm down to play ZA at non-stable FPS. I don't give a shit. FPS, how much FPS my gaming console gets is not really something I care about. I'm gonna be honest. You did the same thing but other way around. No con, but switch to instead. That's valid. Right, let's draw 7 cards. What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see how donkable our hand looks. In 2 days, you're going to be sitting here playing the new Mario Kart. You best believe it. Oh yeah, I will. Okay, so we can actually open Volcanion. That's really nice. Now let's just put Volcanion here for a second, and then put down our prizes. Sorry for once again for the camera bonk. For 5 cards, I'm gonna need another. Okay. Alright, so let's flip it over and start turn 1 going first. Whoop, I draw Mew. Now, the one thing I do need to think about deeply for this deck is board space. 3DS is honestly, yeah, honestly I feel like the 3DS was underrated when it came out. Squawk is definitely gonna get benched. We'll save the Nest Ball. Let's play the Great Ball and see what we can find in the top 7 cards. These are 6. We can find Meloetta from the Great Ball, which is very nice. I'm not gonna shuffle yet because there's no. I'm probably still gonna go back in the deck, of course. We still need 2 Magmars down. That's the bare minimum at least. So, do I get down my Iron Valiant or do I get down? Difficult to decide. It's probably best to get down, because we opened the Volcanion. It's probably best to get down Latias with Nest Ball. So let's get a Latias. Surely there is a Latias in here. Yep. Nice. 3DS is dead in 2025. You play on better graphics using emulator and with speed up. Yeah, true. Allegedly. Store shut down not long ago, you can't even buy it. No, it really hurts. But the 3DS is still fun to play games on. But it kind of hurts that emulators just do a better job than the regular 3DS. But that does make the 3DS underrated, in my opinion. This is definitely an Ultra Ball angle. Definitely want to Ultra Ball away the Mew and the Iron Valiant. Draw, get ourselves a Magmar, and I do want to take a look just to see how many Magmortars are in the deck. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. As you, some of you might know, I normally do like immediate price checking. With this, with like as soon as I play a search card, I flip over my prices to see what's in my prices, because that's just more fun than trying to price check in my deck. But I feel like it doesn't really make sense for this list because probably we're not gonna play more than 1 turn. So that's probably why. My argument modding. True. I mean, there's lots of fun stuff you can do with the 3DS. But PC, like, it's just a very underpowered console, which is unfortunate. It still has a lot of fun games though, and it's fun to use the 3D slider thing. AKA wrong. So there's no wrong arguments if it gives them, like, emotional sentiment. Just saying. Some people may just like the 3DS better than emulation because they have more emotional sentiment towards it, and that's completely fine. There's no need in beating anything whatsoever. We don't even need to use Volcanion because we have Dangerous Laser in our hands to burn and confuse our opponents. So let's put this here to remind myself that my opponent is burned, and let's use Squawk and Cease to draw 6 cards. Get emulators on the 3DS to emulate GBDS and Virtual Console gamers. True. My bad, sorry for the sneeze. Oh, whoopsie, sorry for the bonk. You can love the 3DS, I do too. You wish it wasn't dead. Okay, yeah, fair. We can definitely Great Ball to see if we hit the Magmar. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do hit a Magmar. That's huge, actually. Boop. Let's bench down that Magmar and then shuffle our deck again. You just joined. Wait, you just joined and got bonked and sneezed at? Oh yeah. And that was a great timing to join, not gonna lie. Great timing. Welcome in, Anna. Hope you're doing well. Not every game. Some games have online shut down. Yeah, true. Alright. Now that we're all shuffled up. There's only a few pieces we're missing. And we have Latias, so we can definitely switch to anything we want at this point in time. Definitely doesn't hurt to play the Town Store. Ultra Balling, Latias, and Nest Ball is not bad either. And what do we grab with Ultra Ball? Probably we grab something we don't need, I would say. So, like another Meloetta, for example, doesn't really matter. How's it going? It's going pretty well. I just started, so not really much to talk about yet. We Town Store for a tool in our deck. I didn't even check if TM Evolution is priced or not. No, it's okay, it's not priced. But there's one problem, we didn't find the Jet Energy. And I think this list might actually need 4 Jet Energy now that I think about it. Are there even Jet Energy in the deck? Let me just take a look real quick. Or did we price the Jet Energy? No, there's one here. No, they're both in the deck. Who am I playing with? With no one at the moment. With myself, I guess. It's, like I said, just to test out the decks. I'm just playing on my own. Get 3DS emulators to play 3DS games. How can I test the deck by myself? Dude, this is a DONK deck. The entire purpose of the deck is to win turn 1 going first. This is just theory crafting to see how likely it is that we hit this turn 1 going first. So we do have a Latias to retreat Meloetta into Meloetta. And we do have the Technical Machine Evolution, but we sadly did not find Jet Energy. I don't know if I could if I could have finned any better. Maybe I could have. But of course, depending on my opponents, they're now burnt. One Magmar would have made it 50, which is not enough either. Yeah, so we definitely did need the double Magmortar play. Okay. So this time it's a bust, unfortunately. No turn 1 knockouts. Let's see what the prizes were. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like I said, it's just for testing out the consistency. And this deck it does feel pretty consistent, but I think 4 Jet Energies is a must. That was kind of an oversight in deck building. You love to bust, allegedly. Bro, shut up. Do you do like the old man who walks around the chessboard? I mean, I could. But it's down to a coin flip again, got it. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to showcase and theory craft different decks, okay? I'm not saying that you should play this at a league challenge or whatever. I'm just trying to showcase the new cards that got released. You don't have to start hating again. Like, come on, man. I'm just doing it for the content. Like, if I actually go and play donks at my local league, people will probably demonize me, so... It's, like I said, indeed, it's just a game. I'm just trying to theory craft. And maybe find some silly moments. Alright, let's see. So we don't actually open Jet Energy, which is... and we open Ditto in Opener. That's so fucking good. Hell yeah. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prizes. There we go. Let's flip this over. And draw for turn. Definitely playing the Town Store. Definitely playing down the Volcanion. And the Meloetta. And let's use Ditto's transformative start to find a different basic Pokemon to put in that active spot. I'm down for Squawkabilly, because we have Switch and Jet Energy in hand. You love the theory craft in TCG too. Heads, tails. Bro, shut up. Dude. If I got 1 million haters, Soul is one of them. If I got 100 haters, Soul is one of them. If I got 1 hater, Soul is the only hater I have. And if I have 0 haters, it's because Soul has passed away. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. But come on, man. You hate because you care. Exactly. That's why I said I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, why did I shuffle up? There's so many things I can still do this turn. With Search. Yeah, let's switch the Squawk with the Volcanion. Use the Scalding... What's it called? Scalding Steam to burn our opponents. Let's use a Jet Energy to move Meloetta to the active spots. This might be a little premature. I think I have to do it like this. We Town Store to search our deck for a tool. You also love being right, it's a flaw of mine. Yeah, I think that's what we call autism, man. Sorry, that was out of pocket. That was very mean. I'm so sorry. No, that was very, very mean. Because it's ridiculously funny when we rage bait reactions. That is true. Farming the malts. Yeah. That is the funnier part about it. Yeah. You're so right. Alright, let's shuffle up. You like how so many different people tell you you have autism. Maybe it's because you do. Dude, you're literally playing competitive Pokemon Draft League on your YouTube channel. Like, I think that's like 3 layers down to autism. Well, like no offense, but let's attach the TM evolution to Meloetta. Let's use Pokégear to fin out a little. Maybe we find the other Carmine, so we can fin a little more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did find another Carmine. That's huge. That is very, very huge. Dodging the accusation until you actually talk to a doctor. It will never happen. See? But if you never talk to a doctor, you will get these accusations. You accuse me of being a feet smeller, and I accuse you of having autism. I know which one I would prefer of the two, and it's not the one that I have normally, so... Like, I would just cut your losses if I were you. And I'm not saying it as if, like, having autism is a bad thing or whatever, just to be, like, fully transparent. Because I highly likely also do. I never got tested, but... There's like a 0.1% chance that I don't have it, I think, maybe, but come on. Let's play the Carmine to discard my hand and draw 5. And let's see if we can get some Magmars in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We found a Magmar. I can Ultra Ball away Future Booster and Magmortar to find anything. Maybe Iron Valiant, that's a good one. Do we want to hit the hundo? I don't need any more retreating though. I might be able to hit like a switch. Oh no, wait, Mew is fine. Yeah, Mew is fine. We can grab a Mew with the Ultra Ball, and then we can Nest Ball for the another Magmar. Let's check how many Magmortar are actually in deck. We could test it together. We definitely could. We definitely could. Okay. Well, Magmortar. There's one in discard. I know that. Okay, yeah. All the other 3 Magmortars are still in the deck. That's good. All right. Right, shuffle, shuffle. I think we're all shuffled up. So we can use Mew's Restart to draw until we have 3 cards in our hands. We can play the Pokégear. 4, 5, 6, 7. No supporter found, but that's fine. If I did find another Carmine, it would just dig me like 1 card deeper into the deck for the Squawkabillies. As you can hear, this deck is all about statistics. But so that, I mean, that's what DONK decks always are. They're all about the statistics. Unfortunately. Because you want to be able to do like the most crazy turn whenever that your opponent can just never win. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. Like, ideally there is no turn 2 with this deck. That's why I'm putting so much effort in like trying to get this turn 1 as consistent as possible. Alright. We have Magmar and Team Evo, but we can Squawkabilly to discard these. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't even need to Squawk, I think. If I just use... Yeah, I don't even need to Squawk. What am I doing? I already have everything that I need. If I just TM Evo right now, like, if I Squawk, what am I actively looking for? Not much. There's quite literally nothing that I could do here that would still help me. So let's just go for the evolution from Technical Machine Evolution to evolve our Magmars into Magmortars. And then when the turn ends, our opponent will take 8 damage counters on their active Pokemon. Hopefully that's like enough to beat them. We don't know, of course, because we don't know what we're playing against, but... Okay, so the first time we failed, we did 20 damage with the burn. Now we did 80. What were my prices like? Yeah, no, that's normal. That's fair. Let's go shuffle up and see how... I just want to spam some games with this to see how consistently we can actually get it. I might actually grab some Jet Energies later down the stream to see if I can get this down more consistently. I think I only have 3 in total though, so... I think I have only... Like I said, I think I only have 1 other Jet Energy in my house. I'm trying to think if there's any other deck that I have that might use Jet Energies. I think I only have like 3 total, from what I recall, but that's okay. So basically what I'm saying is that if playing Pokemon Draft Blood means you got autism, Pokemon Draft is legal autistic gambling. Yeah, exactly. Pokemon Draft is exactly legal autistic gambling, you got it. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna get demonized for making actual statements like this. Alright, let's give it a good shuffle. Good shuffles. I'm gonna take a sip of water before we actually start the next one. There might also be an ad playing soon, so I think I might actually wait. Let me check if there's an ad that's gonna be playing. In 8 minutes. Yeah, I'll let it run now. That's fine. I'll let it run now. sorry Twitch people, but I am indeed an affiliate on Twitch, so we do have to run ads. The YouTube, if you watch on YouTube, then I guess you don't get ads. You ever try explaining to someone outside the scene that you spent 3 hours deciding between Rocky Helmet or Leftovers, then ran calcs for 12 different speed tiers just to prep for a week 5 matchup against a dude named Muffin Puncher 89? Oh, it's so true. So true. Me when I'm trying to decide if like Scarf Max Attack is worth more than going like Band Max Speed. This is me with like Band Max Speed versus Scarf Max Attack calcs. Alright. I'll just go wait until the ad is actually over before to start the next one. Another card that I might want to include in this list is what was it? Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. But that feels very coin flippy, and I would need like space for that specifically. Because the reason we run so many ball cards is to actively thin out our deck and almost always get all the Pokemon that we need. I was even considering running like 2 Pokeball rather than like 4 Pokégear to run 2 Pokeball, 2 Pokégear. That's how crazy it is. Like that, the fact that I actually consider running Pokeball of all the cards. Also, I think we could probably go down to 3 Magmar. No, we need 4 Magmar Magmortar, because if we go down to 3 Magmar and we price 2 of them, then our damage cap is immediately at like 50. Well, not really, because we can do Iron Valiant stuff still. But that's still, like, not ideal, no. Sequencing is everything for this deck, is what I'm trying to say. Let's take a look. Is everything still going right at the side of? Is everything still going right on the side of YouTube? I hope so. I really hope so. I would assume so. Oh wait, oops. I'm listening to myself here. How far behind is this? I was not that far behind. It's like 20 seconds behind or something. Okay. I can definitely live with 20 seconds behind. You're gonna have to read that last message again, but got caught in the ads. Oh yeah, I love Lumio City for sure. But like what Soul said, it's so hard to explain to someone outside of the scene that you just spend 3 hours deciding between Rocky Helmet or Leftovers, then ran calcs for like 12 different speed tiers just to prep for a week 5 matchup against a dude named Muffin Puncher 89. And I responded to it by saying, I always have this where, like, whenever I do a draft league and I'm considering between like Choice Band Max Speed or Choice Scarf Max Attack, for some reason I always struggle with deciding what I actually want to go for. And I run like so many different calcs with like, okay, which of the 2 versions actually give me the most optimal bulk? It's really silly. Get the Stargazer over to the Troll Formulator by stage 3 and dodge the Laser Gun level 2 on the Peninsula. This is how we sound outwards, yeah. Exactly. Definitely gas. Okay, I don't know why I'm shuffling more, because I spent the entire ad break shuffling. So let's just draw 7. Okay. Let's see. So we're forced to start with Volcanion, unfortunately. Not the worst thing in the world, but could definitely be better. Let's lay our prices down. flip over and go first. Okay, we still open Dangerous Laser, so let's play the Dangerous Laser. Because why not? Is there actually a why not? No, it doesn't really matter. Let's play Dusk Ball. To look at the bottom 7 cards of our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo, Lethal, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Good luck with work. There's a Magmar and a Latias. Okay, and a Mew. I would say Latias is probably more important right now. Maybe it's Magmar. I'm uncertain. Let's go with Latias. These must be shuffled back in the deck. We went for the Dusk Ball. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream. Are we already at 100? Gonna make a Borgor? Nice. Exams tomorrow. Oh, good luck with the exams. Wait, why did I get like 4 messages from Restream.io? Did I hit 100 messages? What the heck? Why? Why Restream? Why? Why we like this? Why are we like this? It's in English. Ooh, good luck. English is difficult. English do be very difficult. As you can hear me, my English is not very good. We fail English? That's impossible. Okay, I think that's a pretty good shuffle. Yeah. We have 2 Pokégears in our hands, so let's just try and see how we do on them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This deck is a very good shuffling exercise, I'll say that. 100%. My pronunciation is mostly fine, but I struggle with some phonemes, yeah. Phonemes, I don't know. I did find the Carmine, that's nice. Carmine, don't know. I honestly don't care either. How do you pronounce that name? Phonemes, yeah. Phonemes. Phonemes? I always thought it was based on the French word phoneme. So, I have no. Phonemes. Dude, this is not helping. This is not helping the way you're writing it. I am now more confused than before reading the word. I know what the word means. It's just that I've never actually heard someone say it out loud. Let's play the Pokégear one more time. To see if we hit the Aura Carmine. Based on the American words, fit these names in your mouth. Shut up. You silly goose. Yeah, there's no hits here, that's okay. An unfortunate thing that's happening here is that I did not have access to Meloetta, and now I'm gonna burn one of my jet energies. You are indeed a silly goose. Maybe I should just make this deck with like basic energy and then like a few earthen vessels. That might be a better idea than straight up going for what I'm going for right now. Free? Yeah, I do struggle with the TH sounds mostly. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So this is indeed a Carmine angle, unfortunately, which means I have to discard all of these cards. Mostly the jet energy really hurts, but let's see what we get from this. 5 cards. Say Feda. Oh my god, my linguists are gonna be like put on the fucking box here. under the whatchamacallit. They're gonna be investigator right now. Okay, let's play Dusk Ball again to the bottom 7. I don't really know what if I should grab either Team Evo or Town Store from that. We might find a Squawkabilly, so we do find a Squawkabilly and 2 Team Evos. Wow. So let's grab the Squawk with Dusk Ball. I now have bench space for exactly 1 Meloetta and 1 other Magmar. Bro, you're using the right phoneme and saying Veda, but it's wrong when I say free. Phoneme the sound that's called Veda. Okay, interesting. So I'm just saying the word free wrong. Veda, free. They sound the same in my brain. Whatever. Yeah, let's use Squawk and Seize, discarding Magmortar and Latias, drawing 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we find Meloetta. We find another Magmar. There's another Magmortar in our hand, and I actually don't know. Fortunate thing is, I don't know if how many Magmortar are in prizes or not. Meloetta, okay, so both Magmortar are here. But the thing is, okay, this is definitely a direction I have to take with this turn, or with this deck that I haven't done yet. There's not really much I can do anymore, because there's no way for me to find the jet energy anymore. So like either I go to 4 jet energy, or I should realize in time that I shouldn't commit for the Magmar plays, but for more Iron Valiant plays. And I think this was definitely an Iron Valiant game. I think that's what I'm struggling the most with. Even though 1 Iron Valiant was priced and 1 Future Booster, I think that this was still an Iron Valiant. Or like at least more of an Iron Valiant game than a Magmortar game. And that's kind of like the hard thing with this deck. You have to change your plans on a whim. I'm using the F sounds. Don't use your lower lip. Tree? Tree? No, tree sounds like I'm saying tree as in T-R-E-E. Place tongue underneath the teeth and create a small airstream. Slight obstruction. Free. Free. Theta. Free. Theta. Free. I feel like I'm saying them in the same way. Thank you. I'm probably also saying that one wrong, but I don't care. You know what? I don't give a shit. I think that's the main takeaway from this. I don't give a shit on how I pronounce things. Because I also say Cinderace. Just focus on the th sound. It's only this sound. Theta. Free. I have no idea if I'm saying it right or not. Or are you just trying to lure me into a bigger These Nuts joke? This, that, theta. What? This, that, theta. You got this? Almost. It's easier. Theta. Free. It's easier if I'm in call with you. Honestly, I don't think I want to go brush up my English linguistics, my English pronunciation during testing a DONK deck. This format is a little hard. No, I understand. I understand, but I don't think I'm down for improving my pronunciation during a freaking Pokemon stream. I appreciate your genuine effort to actually make me say words correctly, but I don't think I could give less of a fuck about how I pronounce words. I'm gonna be honest. Please, every English teacher out there, keep working on it. Nah. Bro, I'm a grown adult. I really hope I never have to interact with an English teacher ever in my life. That's my dream right there. Alright, let's draw another 7 for opener. I am right now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, these are 7 cards, right? I opened 2 squawks. Nice. Cool. This is actually not a bad opener. It's actually a pretty good opener. Because we got lots of Pokemon search. Flip over to Squawk. Draw for turn. I have 2 Carmines in my opening hands. Holy smokes. Let's play a Great Ball. You ain't escaping me? But what if I said I could? What do we grab from the Great Ball? It's hard to say, because my hand is very non-committal right now. It's the most non-committal answer I can give here. Probably Ditto. I think Ditto is probably the best Great Ball target I have here. In return, I'll attend one of your seminars on the aromas of feet. Shut up. Shut up. I hate feet. Okay, okay, I don't hate them, but I don't like them as much as you think I am. It's not that I'm disgusted by them, but it's like, how do I phrase this without sounding weird? If you imagine like a number line between -10 and 10, based on how much I either like or hate feet, I would say I rate myself at like a -3. I'm like slightly disgusted by feet. And I don't mind them that much. I think that's probably the best way to phrase it. Alright, that's probably a good shuffle. We're gonna shuffle a lot this game because there's like several ball search cards in my hands. Play another Great Ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, there's a Volcanion. Volcanion is always a nice grab. No matter what strategy we're going for, so these are all fairly non-committal answers still. You got out there for a second, the 10 you say? No, I said -3, my guy. Learn to grow ears or something. The average Twitch chatter when you're trying to tell them something. And they're trying to compute numbers with their little brain. I mean, I know you're not an average Twitch chatter soul, but I'm trying to think of comebacks. Yeah. But a -3, I would say. You love acting like one though? Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. I was about to say, like, you are not an average Twitch chatter, but you do act like you want to become one. Alright. That's probably a pretty good shuffle. Let's play the Dusk Ball that's in my hands. See what we get from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Magmar, Magmortar, or definitely not grabbing Magmortar. It's either Magmar or Iron Valiant. Either one of these two. Definitely gonna put all of these back in the top or in deck. The thing is, I now have to commit to a certain play. Since I have another Nest Ball in my hands. The thing is, I haven't price checked yet, which is I maybe should have played the Nest Ball to price check. You miss Sun and Moon, dude? Yeah. Yeah. Gas. I love the music, yeah. I think let's try and commit to the Iron Valiant plan. Let's just limit this a little bit. See how far we can get with this. Another reason why 3D is better. Or DME TCG. Okay, so I agree. I think both. I would say both. Yeah. The TCG era Sun and Moon was also pretty fun. You get to relive playing Pokemon games for the first time thanks to your fiance. Very thankful for that. Let's go, Slay. Better than what? Switch to? We're going back to this conversation? No! Why are we going back to this conversation? Why am I shuffling my deck? I'm gonna play Nest Ball. Dude. Let's play the Nest Ball. Let's see. What's priced? So there is an Iron Valiant. I mean, Latias is not bad to grab either, but Iron Valiant's probably better. Yeah. So we do have all Iron Valiants in deck. Let's grab another Iron Valiant with my Nest Ball. How can I evaluate that when it's not even out yet? Yeah, no, that's also very fair. The Switch 2 isn't even fucking out yet. Okay, shuffle. Shuffle some more. 3DS for sure beats the coin flip game. Hello Valdor, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Have you recovered from the weekend? Alright, fair. The Switch one. Yeah, okay. You can make a more fair comparison between those, I guess. Remember the card you told me about? Wait. The card you told me about... Oh, frick. What was it? We talked about a lot of things over the weekend. I think it was something we discussed like on the Friday, which is like the longest ago. I don't think I recall, honestly. Oh, the magic card that you had, that was your most expensive card. That's the one. It's a Ristic Study. Oh, gross. Ristic Study is so fucking gross, man. I mean, it's a valid card though. Like it's a really good card. So I can see how like an ultimate printer deck could get very expensive. And there's a Pokemon game, so 3DS wins, but as a console, which Switch is by far superior. That sounds like a valid opinion. Not sure if I agree with that fully, but followed by Mondrak, Glory, Dominus, and Exploration. Yeah, okay, I've never heard of those two cards, unfortunately, but they sound like they would have banger arts for sure. You can evaluate Switch 2 versus 3DS based on price and game availability? I guess so. Bet Nintendo Switch 2 will be the same as Nintendo Switch 1. For game availability, probably, yeah. For price, I mean, we can already make a pretty good guess. Let's play Carmine. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find a Jet Energy, which is huge. So what we can do is we can Jet Ditto to the active. That's a big one. We can Great Ball. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, apparently I grabbed exactly 7. That's nice. I'm talking about price expensive, yeah, but a lot of it's inflation too. Also true. Ideally, I grab a Pokemon that I don't need anymore for my deck because I want to Ultra Ball this away. So let's grab Meloetta. And we're going to Ultra Ball away the Magmortar and the Meloetta. What are we going to grab with that? Probably... I want to grab Latias with the Ditto. We grab another Iron Valiant. I think that might be the play. Either that or Mew, but I don't think I saw Mew in here. I think Mew might be the better play here, but I don't think there is a Mew in here. Yeah, no, I run only one Mew, but it is priced. So let's grab another Iron Valiant. Heard on TikTok that in terms of inflation, the Switch 2 will be about as expensive as Wii was on release. Just feels different since parents were paying for it back then. That's very fair. Hello, Stoner Cat. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. God, I love this song so much. Castelia City is such a banger. Shuffle. Why am I shuffling, actually? I'm a moron. Because I want to use Transformative starts. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that means the jet energy also gets discarded. You want to go grab a Latias with formative starts. Doo. Right, is this new set? I don't think this contains any Destined Rivals cards, but it does contain Black Bolt White Flare cards. This is, like I said earlier in stream, just for theory crafting, seeing how consistent we can get this donk. Yeah, so transformative start triggers, Ditto. So discard with the jet energy and Latias becomes the active Pokemon. Then we can switch the Latias with Iron Valiant, triggering the Tachyon bits. Doing 20 somewhere. I'm gonna keep track of the damage I'm doing. We can Squawk and seize our empty hand to draw 6 cards. 4, 5, 6. So they were selling Dragon Ball deck for 50 bucks at the store here. Imagine you can win TCG Worlds with less than 100 bucks and some good coin flips. Yeah, for sure. For sure-sies. Absolutely. The new card in this deck, by the way, is the Meloetta EX. This specific game, it didn't really work out to go for the Meloetta, but luckily this deck does have alternate win cons. Pokégear is not bad. I mean, I did already play a supporter for turn. And I don't really have any other draw in deck. I still have my free retreat and my switch though, not attachment return. Like what was actually probably ideal here, if I didn't open Volcanion, to grab Volcanion with Ditto. And then trigger the Scalding Steam, then do a switch. And then we had another switch and a retreat left for like 3 more Iron Valiant procs. But unfortunately, it's looking like switch to Volcanion. I don't think yeah, because like, yeah, sure, I can draw more with the Pokégear, but that's about it. And use Scalding Steam to then burn. But unfortunately, we kind of bricked here after the Squawk. And it doesn't help that the Mew is priced this game either. Like, Mew would have been perfect for this game plan, but unfortunately that was priced. So let's see. We still did like 40 damage, which gave us some basics, I guess. 40 damage kills Applin, for example. So it's like against specifically Figgy, whatchamacallit. Against specifically Festival Lead, this would be a win. But yeah. You love how I've just given up and just roll with whatever you say. Bricked? Yes, I am. Oh, yeah. I bricked so hard last game. But also, like, the Dragon Ball deck for 50 euros is a little expensive. Is it not? I think I saw it for like 35 euros around here. 50 seems very price gouged. I'm unsure, by the way, how price gouged Norway in general is, though. So let's just say I am unaware of the economics in Norway. I think that's the best way to phrase this. All right, I think that's a pretty good shuffle so far. I'm gonna take a sip of water before I draw my 7. And I think after this game, I'll try like one more and I'll see if I can add some jet energies for other cards. Alright, let's draw 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what the opening 7 are. I'm forced to start a Magmar, that's kind of awkward. I don't think the rest of this hand is too bad though. This kind of forces us into the Magmortar Meloetta game plan, but I think that's fine. It's fine to test both modes. Let's flip it over and draw. Actually not sure if I want to play the Town Store. Probably. Yeah. We're gonna play the Town Store to get a future booster, I think. Or it doesn't really matter what I grab from this. More Sun and Moon music, jeez. Wow. Where are my tools? Hello? Wait, holy shit. I priced a future boost, one future booster and one Evo. Yeah. Let's price check. So there's Meloetta, at least. We got a Volcanion. I think and another Magmar. The most important thing to check now is if there's 2 Magmortars in the deck at the very least. Don't really care about the Iron Valiants this game. There's 1 Magmortar. I saw 1 Jet Energy. That's something we also have to keep in mind. Okay. That was the 1 Magmortar. Or was it the other Magmortar? I'm not entirely sure. No, that was the second Magmortar. Yeah. Both Squawks are here. That's good. Second Jet is here. 3 Magmortars. There's 3 out of 4 Magmortars in deck. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have grabbed a future booster. I think I want to go with my Great Ball now. Shuffle everything up. But that's probably good enough. Future booster goes to hands. Let's play that Great Ball. Oh yeah, the 4th Magmortar's in my hands. That's why I couldn't find the 4th one. It was not priced, it's just in my hands. Which is effectively the same as being priced because I don't run recovery. Let's see. Yeah, none of these are really great. I guess I'll grab Iron Valiant from this. I don't think I want to bench the Iron Valiant though. Don't need to shuffle. I don't think I want to bench that Iron. I think what I want to do is I want to Ultra Ball away Iron Valiant and... Let's not commit to that play yet. Let's Ultra Ball away the Magmortar and the future booster. To grab like maybe a useless Pokemon. Because I do want to both Ultra and Nest effectively here. And I can Ultra away the useless Pokemon and the Valiant. For like Meloetta. And Nest for something else. So I can attach the Nest probably for Squawk. It's a good call. I should add a Lieutenant Surge's strategy. No. I need to hold on. I need to grab a useless Pokemon. Do I want Ditto? Ditto is not useless though. I don't have Switch in my hands. Oh yeah, useless Pokemon. It's Iron Valiant. We grab that from the Ultra Ball. Then we Ultra Ball away the 2 Iron Valiants. For Meloetta. I think that's 3 Iron Valiants in discard already. No, it's 2. But yeah, if only that card was legal. Let's attach the TM Evo to Meloetta. And Nest Ball for Squawk. It's an upside down deck. Saw the Squawk in here. Just give it to me. There we go. Okay, that's a pretty good opening hand though. I played down my entire opening hand, thinned the deck very diligently, and I still haven't played a supporter or used my Squawk. It's really, really good. Okay. Pardon. That was a vile burp, sorry about that. Yeah. Let's go for a Squawk Incies. Draw 6 cards. We found Volcanion, which is really nice. Another Squawk, another Town Store. Those are like useless cards. And I can't Ultra Ball away from them. That sucks. What I can do is I can Nest Ball for Mew. That's what I wanted. Although, actually, no. Mew is kind of useless. Kind of bad. I mean, I played the Nest Ball, so what are we gonna grab from the Nest Ball? Maybe Magmar 2? I think I need Latias actually at this point. But I don't think I have any other way of finding Carmine, potentially. No, I don't. Oh, this hand is cursed. It just ends here? I mean, I can like bench Volcanion and then like switch the Volcanion to act as the proc to burn. I guess I could have grabbed Iron Valiant with this to still do more, but that's so cringe. Why does it end here like this? Oh, because Mew was prized again. Why is Mew always prized? That kind of sucks. We already knew about these two, but having Carmine prized as well is kind of annoying. Okay. That's all fine though. I'm gonna lay out the deck again and then check which cards I want to cut for the other 2 Jet Energies. When's my next tournament? I'm gonna go to a local, not upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after. But that's just a league, so it's not an official tournament. Just for fun. I don't know when my next official tournament is gonna be, because Worlds is gonna be soon, you know? And the season resets after that, so I think it's probably best to hold off on tournaments for a little while. Why am I shuffling? I wanted to lay out my deck. Let's just group everything in the piles that we want. Items, energy, item, Pokemon, energy, Pokemon, stadium, item, Pokemon, item, item, Pokemon, item, item, soul, order, item, Pokemon, item, stadium, Pokemon, tool, item. In Utrecht, was there any player error mistakes I made, or is it just based on like matchup? I surely made errors. Yeah, 100%. I don't remember the matches well enough to actually know what I did wrong in like the games that I lost. In the games that I won, I know for sure like of like one mistake from what I remember. But in the matches I lost, it's hard to say because my deck is very setup reliant, and sometimes prizing just fucks me over. So I feel like in those matchups I can't really make a mistake other than maybe not finning exactly correctly, mathematically. So I'm trying to think of well, like which losses were actually close, like which games got to like late game with us both having fully set up and then I lost. And I think there was like only 1 or 2 games like that, maybe just one. So I mean, surely I would have probably made mistakes in those games. But the question is if they mattered or not, and I honestly could not tell you. It's been too long ago that I actually don't remember. So we could either consider adding 2 Jet Energies or 1 Evo and 1 Jet Energy. I think that's probably a good call, 1 Evo, 1 Jet. To make like the whole Meloetta play more consistent. But the question is, what do we cut? Just sort the items so I know what the counts are. Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Dusk Ball, Nest Ball, Switch, Nest Ball, Dangerous Laser, Pokégear, Roto-Stick, Switch. I don't think I've seen the Roto-Stick a single time. I mean, sure, it's a one-off card, but I've seen the Dangerous Laser multiple times. So is it a Roto-Stick that gets booted? I think it might be the Roto-Stick that gets booted. I mean, because I feel like if I top deck a Roto-Stick, it doesn't really help me that much if I already played a supporter. But sometimes, like, the biggest kink that I've seen so far is not being able to find my Carmine. Because, like, yes, I have enough cards to find my Squawk and Mew consistently. Carmine can be a little hard to find if we don't have it in our opener. We don't hit it off the Pokégear. I think we do have to keep both the 4 Pokégears and the 1 Roto-Stick. At the very least. Maybe we should even have more Roto-Sticks. But I feel like that's a little overkill. How many games do you feel like were instantly won lost on coin flip, like unplayable already decided? I would say the Gardevoir matchup. But that's mostly, well, not necessarily. Technically, the Gardevoir matchup is winnable for me if the Gardevoir player bricks a lot. But that did not happen in neither of the games, so I just hard lost against Gardevoir, which is what I expected. Gardevoir is a really hard matchup with the deck I played. So I feel like that game was mostly decided by just, like, not necessarily by coin flip, but like by nature of what decks we're playing. But I don't think there was necessarily any game that was specifically lost by me not being able to go second on the first game. Because I've won plenty of games where I went first. I've won plenty of them. Because I've had some games where, like, my trolley was in my opening hands when I went first. I had some games where I had, like, a PAF in, or like a slower start with, like, a Brock scouting in there. But where I didn't get punished because my opponent was also setting up. It's only very specific scenarios where if I don't get set up by turn 2 that I rumble, but that's mostly in the matchups where it didn't happen. One of them is Gardevoir though, but Gardevoir is a hard matchup to play anyway, so it's I wouldn't really count that one. Couldn't you theoretically win if you were godlike at shuffling? You mean stacking the deck? That would be considered illegal, mate. That would not be a random shuffle then anymore. That would be considered illegal. Valiant, Magmar, Valiant, Magmar, Latias, Squawk, Low, Mortar, Volcanion, Ditto, Squawk. Let's see. I have to sneeze. Hold on, let's mute. Right, that was in time to mute. Let's go. Gotta go. Mom calls. Be right back later. Yeah, sure, no problem. Don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Just saw some bits that are in black, bold, white flare. Some of the things returning. Yeah, I know, right? I can answer on text. Just let me know when you're back and I'll answer again. I don't really mind. Okay, so yeah, let's see. I know things like Ignition Energy being like a soft reprint of Triple Acceleration I really like, because I really like Triple Acceleration. Dude, my deck doesn't fit on my playmat. God damn it. My deck doesn't fit on my playmat. Ah! Let's see, how do I do this? Maybe I do it like this, and then like this, so we have room here. Air Balloon, Scrapper, Inferno Fandango, Ambor. Yeah. Also the electric. I forgot what the ability name is, but the one that has a similar Dynamotor, that's what it is. The Dynamotor Electric is also a really cool reprint, although I don't think we need that in a format with Electric Generator and Magneton from Searching Sparks, but Air Balloon is a cool reprint. That's a very much needed reprint, because I hate using Rescue Boards. Rescue Board feels so underpowered compared to Air Balloon. But Tool Scrapper is really, really nice. The fact that we now have like a decent tool answer back in Standard, because, like, let's be honest, Ruffian sucks, and Jamming Tower is only a temporary answer to tools. Magneton, you've been out for a bit. Oh, yeah, sorry. So there was a Magneton released in Surging Sparks, which was around, I want to say, like 3 sets ago. Is that 3 sets ago? Yeah, it's a set before Prismatic. So it's like Surging Sparks, then Prismatic Evolutions, then Journey Together, then Distant Rivals, which is the one that came out this weekend. But the Magneton Surging Sparks, it has an ability that says that you can knock it out. So like giving your opponent a prize card, and you can accelerate. If you do that, you can accelerate 3 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So like usually that's just lightning energy in a Miraidon list, but Joltik Box has recently also seen play sometimes using it to like charge up a Pikachu EX. Or you can use it to charge up like an Iron Hands in late game, something like that, yeah. It's mostly useful for 2-price decks, although I have to say Magneton hasn't really seen a lot of play ever since Rotation, because Miraidon hasn't seen a lot of play since Rotation. Sounds familiar to an old Electrode. Yeah, the Electrode. Yeah, Electrode has had a bunch of abilities like that. That's right. It is definitely not necessarily a new concept, but it's a concept that's a standard. Okay, let's think. We probably want another TM Evo, like I said, and another Jet Energy for sure. I don't think I have another TM Evo in the house, but I think I have another proxy of a TM Evo in the house. And I definitely have another Jet Energy. But the question is, what do we cut for them? Like, what cards do we cut? Like, 2 Meloetta also feels like not great. But it feels like a bare minimum. As in, like, I'd rather run 3 Meloetta, but I think I can't permit the space to actually go 3 Meloetta. I think we might have to cut into the Ball Surge, if I had to guess. Which sucks, but I think that's the call. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the Jet Energy and a Team Evo. And then yeet either 2 Great Balls or 2 Dusk Balls. I think that's the play. Or maybe a Volcanion is too important, actually. Well, it's not that important, actually. I mean, Dangerous Laser is a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. Dangerous Laser doesn't really have a way to be found consistently. So, this is difficult. I'm not sure if I want to do that. You recall there's Iono's Belly Bolt, but you forget if you can only attach. With Iono's Belly Bolt you can attach. It's like old Rain Dance, so you can attach as many lightning energy, basic lightning energy from your hands to your Iono's Pokemon as you want during your turn. There's also Baxcalibur in format that does the same thing for just water energy to any Pokemon. But even that doesn't see a lot of play right now. Let me think. Okay, hold on. Before I think, let me go actually grab the cards that I want to add to the list. I'll be back. Give me a sec. Alright, damn it, PCI, give Deluge Iron Inferno Fandango to Lightning. I don't think we need that. I think Lightning has more than enough acceleration support. Right, I got my TM Evo proxy. As you can see, I grabbed the Fighting Energy to support it, and my third Jet Energy. And I think we do have to cut some Ball Surge here. Maybe we cut into the Nest Balls? The Nest Balls don't really feel that powerful if my bench is full already. It does give me very good searchability. Maybe we cut into the Ultra Balls. think I will cut one Ultra Ball. I think that's feels weird, but I think I have to. Let's cut at least one Ultra Ball for the Jet Energy. And what's the other card we're gonna cut? Do we cut another Ultra Ball, or do we go for a cut on a Nest Ball or a Dusk Ball, Great Ball? This is rough. Maybe I actually choose Latias here. But like Latias is not that important. Because yes, free retreat is nice for one. But Iron Valiant can also be a free retreater. And there's 4 Switch in the deck and the Jet Energy at the end to finish it off. And MEWEX of itself is also a free retreater. So maybe I actually cut a Latias. I think that might be a better play. That feels weird to cut a Latias, but I think that's correct. I think that's correct to cut a Latias. Add another Technical Machine Evolution. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. How are you feeling about Ember coming into the Black Bolt White Flare format? Maybe give it a look if I come back. It's definitely gonna have to be for another stream, Paladin. It's definitely a 1 deck per stream thing. This whole streaming endeavor that I do. I'll try to cook something with Ember, but you'll have to tune in next time to actually see it. I mean, the live streams I will have a playlist with all the live streams. So even if you can't make it to the next one, then and that's still fine. But I'll look into Ember, see if anything interesting can be cooked with that. I'll look into it off stream and prepare something for our next stream for sure. What did I want to do again? Oh yeah, I wanted to edit the deck list that's in the YouTube description. Hold on, can I edit the deck list description via here? I don't think I can. I can't. I can do it via here maybe. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. I'll just edit it like afterwards. So I got a Latias and an Ultra Ball. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go shuffle up and see how this goes now that the deck is more consistent. Maybe 4th Jet is mandatory if we want to go like all in on the Meloetta plan. But if we want to go all in on the Meloetta plan, I probably have to cut the Iron Valiant out of the list. I mean, Iron Valiant is a nice booster, or maybe like cut some Iron Valiants out of the list and like all the future boosters. That's probably an idea. But I'm trying to think about what Ember could do in the format. It doesn't feel that great what Ember can do in format, because I mean, yeah, you can pair it with Ethan's Macargo. That's an idea. But I feel like Ethan's Ho-Oh-EX is a better partner for Ethan's Macargo. Like, yes, Ethan's Ho-Oh-EX, you need 2 EXs in play, maybe 3. Probably 2. Like 2 basic... That's the thing, like, is it easier to set up 2 basic EXs or Stage 2 Pokemon with a 1 prize card? It's easier to set up the EXs. But setting up a Stage 2... I mean, with Badu in format, it feels really hard to actually set up the Ember. But if its epic has like a decent 1 energy attack, I don't recall that. Could be decent. Just like go for like a turn 1 attach KO Badu, maybe? Or turn 2, whatever. It could be interesting to pair with like the Descent Rivals Blaziken. Because that discards energy from itself and then does like 120 to active and 120 to one of the bench Pokemon. Although Shaman is also in format, which is bench protection. I'm trying to think like what could be the cool fire attackers that you could pair with Ember. But all the cool fire attackers I can come up with are like either Stage 2 Pokemon themselves, or they're like basic EXs. which you'd rather actually not want. I mean, yes, Chien-Pao Best Caliber is a deck, but the reason that that is a deck is because the Chien-Pao has scalability on its attack and an ability that searches for water energy. So that's kind of like the broken part about it. We don't really have anything other than we don't really have anything like Chien-Pao in formats, which is unfortunate. Especially for fire. There's not really any deck that has any fire Pokemon that has like any scalability on their attacks, I think. Other than specifically Ethan's Magcargo, but I still feel like Ethan's Ho-Oh EX is a better partner for that. But if you want to try and stay like fully single price, then it could be an idea. That's interesting idea though. Like that could have potential for sure. Ethan's Magcargo with Emboar could have potential. With emphasis on could. I don't really think there's any other attacks that are like worth going for, other than maybe Armarouge EX. Armarouge EX could be interesting. Like once again, that's another stage 1 Pokemon, and that's also an EX, which your opponent is likely not going to one-shot unless they play specifically Raging Bolt or Ethan's Magcargo themselves. But those are interesting pathways you could consider. But then how do you find all the fire energy? That's the big question. How do you find all the fire energy after you set up all your Pokemon? Like, yes, you can just pop 4 Earthen Vessels and then also like several superior energy retrievals, but we don't have stuff like Fiery Flint in formats, or Fire Crystal, or Giant Hearth, unfortunately. I think we open Volcanion here. Opening Iron Valiant is like terrible, so let's not do that. Okay, let's put down the prizes. That's all 6 of them. Flip this over and draw for turn. So I have Jet and TM Evo, but I mean, I have a way to find Meloetta. Never mind, actually. I think I will actually aggressively go find Meloetta. That's not a bad shout, I think. And just hope that the Pokégear actually hits the Carmine. Or maybe I don't aggressively go for the Meloetta. Just attach like the TM Evo to it, but maybe not the Jet Energy. Is that really greedy? Maybe that's really, really greedy. We definitely have to Pokégear to see if we actually hit the Carmine, to see if this was a misplay or not. We don't actually hit the Carmine, so this means that our turn ends here, which is unfortunate. There was a Jet prize. That's something I could have looked into. It's kind of a weird opening hand. Maybe I should have just gone for Squawk. But that was a really weird opening hand. There was a lot of Pokemon, not very much search. But it is what it is. I'm trying to think like if Emboar could see play. Could Emboar see play in like the, you know, currently the Ho-Oh Armarouge box list that's popping up? Could Emboar see play in there instead of the Ho-Oh Armarouge core? Like, yes, it's more compact, but that's a basic and a stage 1 that they have to find, get in play. A basic EX and a stage 1. Whereas the Emboar is a stage 2 Pokemon. So that could be an interesting consideration. It probably saves on deck space, so instead of like running a 3-3 line of Armarouge and 2 Ho-Ohs, or like 2-2 line and 3 Ho-Ohs, or like 3-2 or whatever, 3-3-3, you also see sometimes. What you could consider is going for like a 3-1-3 line, 3-2-3 maybe. with potentially TM Evo. No, TM Evo feels very awkward. And put it in like a similar shell. That could be interesting. But then the sad part about it is once you've actually attached your energy to like one of your attackers and you want to like next turn you want to use another attacker, a different one, there's no way to actually grab all the energies from your Pokemon anymore. Unless you run more pennies. You could consider running penny in a list like that. That is an option. That is definitely an option. What is this hand? Let's open Meloetta and then like Magmar on the bench. Let's go ultra hard on this? Question mark. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's flip everything over. Okay. What do we want to Nest Ball for? Probably Volcanion. We definitely want to attach here for turn. I think I want to do that now though. Yeah. And Nest Ball. So I'm gonna Carmine afterwards anyway. It's probably best to grab Squawk actually and not Volcanion. Because my board needs to be exactly Latias, Volcanion after this. I'm gonna need a bunch of draw. I could grab Volcanion, but like what if I don't find any search off of my Carmine? Then I need to have a backup. It is an idea to run Trolley in this list rather than Dangerous Laser, but I don't like that would be better for like a quad Arven deck, which we are not, unfortunately. So let's Carmine away everything. 5. It's exactly 5. Nice. Oh, nice. We found a Ditto. That is huge. And we can switch the Ditto to active. And we can use the Ditto to grab a Volcanion. Is there a Latias here in the list? Let me just check. Is Latias prized? Latias is not prized, okay. That's a good sign. Shuffle, shuffle. You know, if Energy Lotto was in format, I probably would run that in this list. That would give you more chances to find Jet Energy. And then maybe that I would consider then actually going for less Jet Energies potentially. That's Scalding Steam to burn our opponents. We can't Carmine again, of course, but we can Squawk away the 2 future boosters and Carmine. Draw 5 more cards. Did I draw 5 or 6 off of this? I drew Ditto, Future, Carmine, Switch. Yeah, I drew 5 off of my. I drew 5 off of my Squawk. Yeah. I drew 5 off of my Squawk. Hold on. So this is the card I still have in my hand after Squawk, which I can also like play. That would have changed everything though, because that means I would have just retreated Volcanion. Anyway, we now draw to 5. Okay, not that it matters. We got it anyway. Actually, it's not a guarantee that we got it, because we still need Latias. Oh no, we have a Switch. No, we're fine. So we can Town Store for a TM Evo. Attach that to Meloetta. You know which reprint I'm actually the most excited for out of all of them? I'm really excited for Prism Energy reprints from Black Bolt White Flare. I love Prism Energy as a card, and in specific box decks, you could definitely consider replacing Luminous Energy with. You could consider replacing Luminous Energy with Prism Energy, especially in like the Ho-Oh Armrouge box where all your attackers are basic anyway, except for maybe Armrouge EX if you run that. Then TM Evo. Oh, wait. I only have one Magmortar? This is something I didn't check. Uh-oh. Let's hold off on the TM Evo for a second. Pretty sure I only discarded like one Magmortar. Does that mean that there's two prized? Yeah, there's one Magmortar in discard, so there's two prized. Okay, so let's... Oh, there's one in my hands. That's unfortunate. There's one prize. See if we can... I mean, we already played the Switch, but this is like wrong order anyway. Let's see if I could have found... no, there was no way I actually would have found a thing. An Iron Valiant. And my prizes were this. Yeah, that was one Magmortar there. And Fort. I just didn't look at my prizes very well, did I? Maybe I should actually reveal prizes after doing the deck search. Maybe I should, yeah. Oh, I think it's time for ads soon, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's run them now. And I'll go shuffle up. Right. Shuffle up. Shuffle. Right. Shuffle some more. Shuffle, shuffle. I'll just keep shuffling until the ad break's over. So let me... Actually, I think I'll just go pee. I think peeing is a great idea for me right now. Just saying. I think I definitely should go pee. Here we go. Center screen. Here we go. Epic. I'll be right back. Alright, gang. I am backies. I gave it a thought, and I think Embor still ass, unfortunately. But it could be promising with Ethan's McCargo or Armor GX. Potentially. I also made sure to edit the deck in the YouTube description. It's actually accurate. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's 8. We don't want to go cheating right now, do we? Surely we have a basic though. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just Magmar. Unfortunately. Something that we realized last game that's also unfortunate with this list is that, well, two things. One, there's no trekking shoes or acrobike in format, like hyper aggressive item draw, which is unfortunate. And two, there's like no way to, if we draw a Magmortar, to get it back into our deck, unfortunately. I don't think there's any items in standard that could actually do that. I'm gonna be honest. Trying to think of one. Oh shit! Phone is not charging. Why is my phone not charging? Come on. Do the thing. Why is it not doing the thing? Charge! You stupid bitch. There we go. Okay, it is charging now. Sorry for all the shaking with the camera. Okay, it is charging now. Cool. Let's draw our card for turn. See, this is exactly what I mean. We top deck 2 Magmortar here. And we have no actual search in our deck to see if we can get more. How many Magmortar we have actually priced. Go. So from Dusk Ball we hit Iron Valiant. That's alright. It's probably better to go for like a Valiant plan right now though. If I'm gonna be honest. Maybe like a hybrid plan. A Valiant Meloetta plan. Maybe like 1 Magmar. Potentially. It's kind of unfortunate that we don't have a Rangaroo V in format anymore. A Rangaroo V would make this a lot easier because that means mostly actually for Sealstone not being in format. That's the worst part here. Okay, so we Dusk Ball for Iron Valiant. Let's bench down the Iron Valiants. There's also 2 TM Evos in our hand here, which just fucking sucks. We can attach a future booster to the Iron Valiant though, and let's Carmine this hand away as much as it hurts. That's a terrible opener, but maybe we can redeem ourselves. Let's see how far we can redeem ourselves with Carmine. See, we found another we found a Meloetta and another Iron Valiant. I'm not gonna bench that though. I wanna see what we hit off the Dusk Balls first. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we do hit the Squawk off this. That's really nice. I also saw a Volcanion, but I think Squawk is more important. We still have not played an actual search card, unfortunately. I still am not allowed to look in my deck. But finding the future booster is actually not terrible, because that means we don't need to find Latias later down. Dusk Ball again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Find Volcanion off this, or Ditto. What's better here, Ditto or Volcanion? We can always Ditto for Volcanion, but that means we still need to wait to get the hue out of there. But there are switches in deck. Quite a lot of them, actually. Let me think. Ditto and Volcanion are only good options, yeah. And I guess I'll go with Ditto because it's more versatile. Or Volcanion, actually. Hold on. I think I want to go with Volcanion over Ditto. This is probably not that hard to find a Magmar again. Or like another Magmar. And if I have to find like second Magmar through Ditto, that means we need like an extra switch to make the whole combo work. So I think Volcanion is actually a safer play here over Ditto. Okay, we're all shuffled up. That's like the third Dusk Ball I played this game, I think. Yeah, it is. Still no deck search, unfortunately. We do have to bench the Meloetta. The question is, do we bench the second Iron Valiant, or do we wait for another Magmar? I think at this point, we can do 20, 40, 60, 90, which is not bad. So let's bench the other Iron Valiant. The thing is, though, we have to find all the switches for this. There's none in our discards, but we need to find like one. Then we can do this for free. 2. And then we can go to this for free with Jet. So we need 2 switches and Jet and the boost and TM Evo. That's the hard part though. Like TM Evo has been discarded twice already with this. So I think what I'll do is I'll squawk away my Iron Valiants. This is probably very unlikely that we actually draw the combo. This is 6. Okay. Pokégears are quite literally useless. Well, not really, because they might be able to thin something out for me. So we can get something better off the Great Ball. But this Pokégear did not find anything, unfortunately. Well, we have another. Yeah, this game is specifically just very unfortunate. Once again, we've not played a single search card. Yet. There's a Nest Ball in my hands. Let's play that other Pokégear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Supporter from this either. To be fair, there's like 3 Carmines in the discard already, so it's very unlikely that we actually did hit it, but I have to go through the motions. Because if I do hit it, that's like 1 less card in my deck. That's a fail for Great Ball. Question is, do I go for Mew here? I think I have to go for a Mew play here, so let's Great Ball. Actually, no. Let's Nest Ball and fail it. So I can actually look through my deck. There's a Jet here. Let's see if the TM Evo is priced or not. TM Evo is not priced. How many Magmortars are in my list? 1, 2. So both of them are still there. Okay. So we fail the Nest Ball. And then we Great Ball and then Nest Ball for Mew. I didn't even check if Mew is in the list. Hold on, let me check. Okay, Mew is not priced, cool. Mew is not priced. Maybe I could run more Mews in this list. More Mews would definitely not be bad, I think. Let's Great Ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, is Ditto the one we're looking for here? Definitely not looking for Meloetta or Volk or Squawk. Like once again, Ditto can become either Mew. There is a switch in it. I think Ditto is objectively correct to take here. But I don't know if I should actually do something with it. Is my thing. Yeah, no, I don't think I'd do anything with it. Doing YouTube videos. Vikavolt item lock. Ooh, or Vikavolt or what. That sounds disgusting, good luck. Yeah, Nest Ball from you. Once again, don't know why I shuffled, but whatever. Nest Ball from you. Shuffle up. Go. And then we switch into the Valiant. Put 20 on the thing. We free retreat into the Volcanion to burn our opponents. And then I have to Mew. Oh wait, it's objectively better to actually not grab anything from the Great Ball. So let's do that, actually. Wait, there was a Sandy Gas in chat and I missed it? Oh my fucking god, no. Why? Why? Let's see if we actually hit something off the Mew. 1, 2. Unfortunately not. I would have needed to hit exactly Jet Energy, of which there are 3 in the deck, I think. And one of the last TM Evo or one of the 2 Town Stores. But this hand, unfortunately, doesn't really get me. I mean, I could, like, if I had another Iron Valiant, I could switch that. I could like, play the switch to go into Meloetta. You know, maybe it would be a good idea to, like, run a mix of Jet and Psychic Energy. I could actually, like, attack here with Echoed Voice and do, like, 70 in total. That could be an idea. I might feel a little too restricted with the Jet Energy. Town Store and Jet were priced. Once again, we're tweaking this deck as we go. But Basic Energy might not be a bad shout. So instead of like 3 Jets, we could do like 2 Jet, 2 Psychic, potentially. And add like maybe 1 Earthen Vessel or 2. Unsure about the Earthen Vessel cam, but like once again, I'm saying that. I'm saying like remove, like instead of 3 Jets, go 2 Jet, 2 Psychic, and then a Vessel. That would necessitate 2 extra deck spaces. We don't have those. What would we cut instead of that? That's kind of my whole gripe here. What would we cut instead of that? Because we can't cut Iron Valiants, because the Psychic Energy is specifically for Iron Valiant game plans. Game plans where we don't really get up the TM Evo play. So, yeah, my brain's a little fried. 6, 7. Let's see. We once again are forced to start with Magmar, which is probably the worst starter in this deck, even though it is technically the most common starter. Yeah, it is. It is the most common starter. Flip them over, Giraffe return. Let's see what we can do here. I think I would love to Dusk Ball first. Just to see what we hit. Is this 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah. What do we hit after Dusk Ball? Magmortar? I don't want to grab Magmortar. Because I'm gonna Carmine this hand and there's already one Magmortar in here. I don't want to grab the Magmortar. Let's play Nest Ball, and this time I will flip over my prizes just so we can actually check what's in it. Roto-Stick, Great Ball, Iron Valiant, Carmine, Pokégear. Those are actually fine prizes, especially seeing that I have a Carmine in my hands. I think I'd do Nest Ball for Squawk here, just so I see the most cards this turn. Yeah, I think that's a necessity, unfortunately. What's the special energy that means the Pokemon it is attached to can be affected by special conditions? It's a standard form of cards. Oh, yeah. It's not medical energy, because that heals 30. It's the other one. It's therapeutic energy, I think. You've lost the game, you turned over your prizes. Bruh, shut up. I know I turned over my prizes. This is easier to do the price checking for. It's easier to do the price checking like this than to look in my deck, okay? And this is more interesting for the people watching as well, so that after I've done my price check, people still know what my price check was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a therapeutic energy, by the way, I think. You're joking. I know you're joking. I was enjoying the jest. Pokégear does not have any hits. That's fine, though. Why is my restream chat not scrolling downwards? There we go. You're welcome, don't worry. It seems that I actually don't need my restream chat. That's actually very boggers. Everything is just in Mix It Up. Mix It Up is the GOAT, man, I swear. Mix It Up is freaking goated. Right. Alright. Do I want to bench the Iron Valiant before I Carmine? I do have a Switch in hand. Interesting. So I think I will go Iron Valiant, switch the Iron Valiant to active. To use the Tachyon this, of course, because it moves to active. And then use Carmine. Draw 5. 5. Okay, find Ditto with Switch, that's huge. I need to find what the Dusk Ball hits are, though. That has priority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More Magmortar. I mean, I guess I'll take the Squawk. That's some Finning. I mean, if Magmortar and Squawk are my only options, then yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I'm gonna do another Squawk and Seize after this anyway, so it's good that I thinned out the Squawk. Yeah, we Dusk Ball for the Squawk. We are gonna Dusk Ball again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Magmortar is a good grab. Volcanion is already in my hand. Let's just grab, or sorry, Magmar is a good grab. Grab the Magmar. Pokemon Sun and Moon, the town with the Mudsteel. Well, what it was. Yeah, this is Mali City. I don't actually know what the song is. Hold on, let me see. Let me check. Because I don't think this is Mali City. I don't think this is Sun and Moon at all, actually. No, this is Coumarine City from X and Y. Yeah. This is Coumarine City from X and Y. But I think you might mean Paniola Town? Mali City? Not sure. Anyway, bench the Dusk Ball. Bench Volcanion. Switch. Feels bad to burn the switch here already. But I have to. Switch Volcanion to active. And use Scalding Steam. Burn the opponent. I could have also switched into a Ditto, but like, what do I grab then? I could have grabbed Mew with the Ditto, eventually. But then, if I do that, I don't have any room for both Meloetta and Volcanion. I need my last bench space for specifically Meloetta right now. And I'm down to switch. Right? Yeah, I'm down to switch. There's no switch in prize though. But I don't have any dig for switch either. The thing is, what I'm questioning myself is, do I bench the Ditto? If I bench the Ditto, it gets me a Meloetta. If I find one of the two switches off the Squawk. But I don't think that's worth it, because even if I jet the Ditto, because jetting the Ditto doesn't work, because then it turns into a Meloetta without jet. Yeah, I think I just have to Squawk here. Just fully commit. You meant Paniola Town, okay, yeah. That's exactly 6 cards, damn. Find Jet, and we find Nest. We don't, unfortunately we don't find TM Evo, that sucks. Bro, how do we not find the TM Evo? That's so cringe. We can definitely bench Iron Valiant though, and jet Iron Valiant. And then that procs, putting this to 40. And then also playing Dangerous Laser to also confuse them. But that's about it. Yeah, I mean that's 60 damage turn 1. That's like something most decks would answer. Unsure. It's kind of crazy how I found the Meloetta, or the Iron Valiant there. Because there was one prize, so that was the last Iron Valiant from deck actually. And there was no TM Evo prize, so they were all just in deck chilling. Alright. So if I bench only one Magmar there, I could have made it like a Mew play there with Meloetta, which would make it 70 damage. That's only 10 more. But that might be the difference maker. Against Dragon Ball, that is the difference maker, actually. Let's see, am I still charging up? Phone? I am. Cool. Cool and good. This deck is really hard to pilot, man. Donk decks are so hard to pilot. I swear to God. Maybe I'm just making this way too complicated. Maybe I should just make this like a mochi list with Root Bonnet and just bonk 70 with the attack. How does that sound? That actually sounds so much better. It's like, yes, the dream is to do a TM Evo play, 2 Magmars on the bench, so you do 80 damage. But it's probably very consistent to just find Bonnet Mochi, Bonnet Ancient Booster Mochi, especially if you run Town Store. Okay. Opening Meloetta is not great. I think I'll open Iron Valiant just because I can find so that I can actually find things. Let's open Meloetta. Unsure, actually. Yeah, let's open Meloetta. It's probably fine. 2, 3, 4, 6. Go, draw for turn, we find a Jet Energy. Definitely playing the Town Store. Do I use the Town Store now? And if so, what do I use it for? I think I'll use the Great Ball first. 5, 6, 7. I find Squawk off the Great Ball. That's not bad. Definitely benching Squawk. I'll attach Jetsamelo and I'll Town Store for TM Evo. Feels like a good play. So what I need now is 2 Magmars, Volcanion, and Latias, ideally. Yeah, so I need 2 Magmars, Volcanion, Latias, and a Switch. Surely I can find that off of anything. I still have a Nest Ball in hand. And I have a Magmar in hand. It's Nest Ball. Nest Ball is my first search card. That's not right. That's not true, actually. Town Store is my first search card. So let's see what I actually prized. This is Switch prized. The fact that I hit the Squawk off, the 1 Squawk off of a Great Ball is not bad, though. So what do we hit from Nest Ball? Do we grab Volcanion or Magmar or Latias? Probably Latias, because that's the hardest to find. Latias is the hardest to find for sure. Nest Ball for the Latias. Now we're gonna go for a Pokégear. Pokégear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we hit the Carmine? Let's hope so. don't hit the Carmine, that's okay. Need exactly Magmar, Volcanion, and Switch to make the rest of this combo work. So I might not even need the Carmine if I just find all of that from Squawk. I mean, 2 of them are Pokemon, which are usually easier to find, especially with Nest Ball. Maybe even with, like, Ultra Ball. Whoopsie. But yeah, now that cards like Trekking Shoes and Radiant Greninja are out of format, it's really hard to aggressively draw through your deck anymore. So let's use Squawk and Seas to discard the Iron Valiant I have in hand and draw 6 cards. Found Volcanion, that's something. Unfortunately, I have no way in hand to find Carmine. And no Switch in hand. So that means I can't make my opponent burned. That's kind of silly. Maybe I don't bench the Volcanion yet. If I find like Ditto or something off of this, Dusk Ball or Great Ball, then plans change. 5, 6, 7. Are you kidding me? I mean, I find another Magmar, that's nice. But at this point, do I even bench this Magmar is thing? Probably not. I need something like Mew to pull me out here. Do I even keep this Magmar in my hand? No, I can't even thin my hand down to a Mew size, so I guess I keep the Magmar in my hand. So let's Great Ball. 5, 6, 7. Once again, not really much. I'll grab it. Really matter what I grab here though. What matters is we don't have to switch to get the Volcanion in. I mean, 1 switch is price, and how many did I play already? Just 1, right? Oh, 0. Yeah, so it's not even that unlikely to hit the switch. There's like 0 way, unfortunately, to find Carmine off of this. This is just a handful of Pokemon. Like, yes, we can bench Magmar and maybe a Valiant and go, but there's no burn. So that's unfortunate. Maybe instead of Town Store, we could consider running Cycling Roads. That'd probably feel really bad, though. Maybe this deck just sucks. Maybe I should just admit that this deck sucks. That's maybe a better way to do this, but I think this deck has potential. I think the deck has potential. Especially with maybe a Psychic Energy in here. Maybe a Vessel. Right, maybe we run more Dittos. Maybe we do. I'm not sure. Probably not, actually. Right, let's draw 7 again. 4, 5, 6, 7. I do notice that some sleeves are like absolutely dying right now. That's okay. This deck is probably gonna get dismantled after today. Or maybe It could also be that I'm just very unlucky today. Okay. Opening Mew is not the worst. 1, 6. Flip over, draw for turn. 3 Carmines in my hands. Wow. Let's play a Great Ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's Squawk. I'll take Squawk, but if I take Squawk, I need specifically Meloetta, Volcanion, Magmar on the rest of my bench. No Latias. Am I okay with that? I think I am, because I have free retreat here already. Yeah. I think Squawk is pretty integral to the game plan anyway. So, I feel like that's fine. This means we have to abandon the Iron Valiant plan completely for this specific game. Right. Pull a little more. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle. Go. Yeah, we have 2 switches and a Magmar. 2 switches are gonna get burned, unfortunately. That's Carmine. Draw 5. 5. Okay, but straight up, there's 2 Magmars here and a Volcanion. Straight up, if we find Meloetta off the Dusk Ball, we just have it, which would be very funny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meloetta is not found. In fact, nothing is found off this because I don't want to grab a Magmortar. That's okay. This hand is still very workable, I think. Shuffle, shuffle. Right. The thing is, I have Team Evo and Jet in my hand. I'm not gonna attach the Jet this turn, but I think I'll attach the Team Evo to Mew, so I can restart for 1 more. Great Ball and switch. Okay. We can Great Ball. Find the Meloetta, please. 6, 7. I still haven't played an actual search card, right? No, I haven't. Okay. Ditto is interesting. I think I'll take Ditto. But that does mean that we need to find another switch. Regardless, if I put the Ditto here. Yeah, that's the thing. If I put the Ditto down, I need another switch regardless. Because there's 2 switch here, yeah. And we have 1 switch to then get the Ditto inactive. To make it a Meloetta. Or to put the Volcanion inactive, use a Scalding Steam, then switch the Ditto to active to make it Meloetta. So like either that, or switch Ditto to active, make it Meloetta, switch Volcanion. Wait. Oh wait, Mew is free retreat. Hold on, does this change my plan? I think I have it then. No? No, not really. Because I attached the Team Evo here. But Mew has free retreat, that's right. So we bench down Ditto. We retreat Mew into Ditto. We use Transformative Starts. Is this worth it though? Just now? I think it's better to... Hold on, I might have misplayed here a little bit. It's better to push Volcanion here. Switch, right? No, it is better to push Ditto. Yeah. And grab Meloetta. This plan is cursed anyway. This plan is so cursed. This plan is really, really cursed. Shuffle it real good. This deck is really hard to pilot, man. Holy shit. You switch the Meloetta for Volcanion. You use Scalding Steam to make your opponent burns. And you jet the Meloetta back to the active. And then you squawk for 6 and hope you find an out to TM Evo. There's 2 in deck, I think. Oh wait, I played a search card. I can flip these over. I played a supporter for turn already. This is why it was so hard to find Meloetta normally. So my outs are the 2 Town Stores or the 2 TM Evos themselves. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I draw 2 Future Boosts, bruh. 4, 5, 6. That's unfortunately no outs to TM Evo. And that sucks. Dude, we're so close every time. Is it just because I'm unlucky, or is it because I'm bad at the game? Or is it both? That would be worse. I mean, we've done like I'm yet to do like a successful like 80 damage or 100 damage donk. It's difficult. Let's shuffle everything up nice, neatly, and tightly. That's probably shuffled. Let me take a sip of water before we actually do our opening hand. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What an opening hand. This is the first time I'm actually seeing Roto-Stick. The best in open. Probably Volcanion. Definitely gonna bench Squawk well with a hand like this, but I'm not going to yet. Go. Right. Surprises. Flip over Volcanion. Draw a card for turn. We're immediately gonna Scalding Steam because it's in the active. Now let's play Great Ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. we find Meloetta. That's not bad. Like the only card we find, but that's fine. Shuffle everything nice and neatly again. Oh my god. I said nice and neatly. Let's not drop any of the cards. Shuffle, shuffle. Let's not bench that yet though. Dusk Ball from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a Squawk in hand and an Iron Valiant. I guess I'll grab the Squawk just for finning purposes. It's not the worst thing in the world. I already have one in hand, but it's pretty good for finning purposes. I love the gate music in black and white, man. It's so good. Right, shuffle, 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 shuffle. That's probably neatly shuffled. Let's bench the Squawkabilly. Let's bench the Meloetta. Let's play Roto-Stick. Look at the top 4. Hopefully we find a supporter here. Don't. That's unfortunate. Ding. Ding. Right, shuffle complete once again. Definitely Jet Energy Meloetta to be active. But then, what else? Let me actually, there's an ad upcoming. Let me snooze it. I know it's only 8 minutes. And the game might not last that long, but just to be sure. I have a Switch in hand. Actually, do I want to all send? That's full send is probably the best way to do this, actually. Bench Iron Valiant, switch Iron Valiant to active to do 20 with ability. And then Jet Meloetta to active. And then Squawk and Seize 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a Magmar. Let's fin out as much as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we still need the TM Evo. Might actually go up to 4 TM Evo after this. This is just for finning purposes, so let's grab Volcanion. Don't want to grab Magmortars out of the deck. Once again, I don't think I've played a search card yet, but there is one in my hands. Let's play another Dusk Ball. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. We're just spinning our deck out so that we have a higher chance of fighting Carmine off the Pokégear. Oh, we just straight up find the Magmar. That's huge. That's the last puzzle piece I needed for Pokemon wise. That's very nice to find. Actually, is there another Pokemon? I think there was like another Pokemon in there, right? I think it's probably best to actually grab that Pokemon. The one I just grabbed. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I can still Ultra Ball away the Dangerous Laser because I don't need that because the active is already burned. Search my deck for a Pokemon. Doesn't really matter which one it is. Grab the Latias. Spin out a little bit more. And then hope the Pokégear actually hits the Carmine. We get like into a Town Store or a Team Evo. But now the Ultra Ball is actually a search card, so let's flip over the prizes to see how fucked we are. Go, good shuffle. Jet and prizes, that's fine. Town Store and prizes is not fun. These prizes are mostly fine. So let's play the Pokégear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Well, there's a TM Evo, and there's 2 TM Evos and no Carmine. That is so cringe, bro. 2 TM Evos and no Carmine. How do we keep missing the points so often? I played 2 supporter search cards this game and both of them failed. That's so cringe. Should I maybe not have benched the Iron Valiant so that I could have grabbed like Mew or something? Would that have mattered? I drew like 1, 2, 3. No, that would not have mattered because Mew was priced, that's why. Couldn't even have grabbed Mew. This is truly an unlucky moment though. I feel like my setup was very, very good. But like once again, maybe we go up to 4 Town Store, 4 TM Evo. That's maybe the nature of the DONK decks. I think that is actually the nature of the DONK deck. Or maybe, yeah, maybe we just got some future boosters. No, future boosters are way too good. Only way the card like Adventure Bag in format. Adventure Bag would be so nice. Or maybe instead of Dangerous Laser, I run Treasure Tracker. That could be interesting, actually. Treasure Tracker over Stadium Nav. I think that might have potential, actually. Because that way I fit my deck a lot too if I find it. The thing is, it doesn't really do anything if I don't have Meloetta on boards. But I can still thin out like the future boosters. And if this build maybe incorporates poison later, then definitely an idea. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'd rather start Meloetta actually. And Latias? Not sure about Latias yet. 2, 3, 4, 6. Draw for turn while flipping. We're definitely attaching that TM Evo here. 100%. And I think before Ultra Balling we Great Ball. 6, 7. Find Valiant and Ditto. Ditto is nice. But maybe I want to Ultra Ball what I get here away. I think I do want to Ultra Ball what I get here away. So let's grab Iron Valiant. And Ultra Ball away Iron Valiant and to Volcanion. Click the prizes to see what S cards are. At least there's a Carmine in my hand. There's 2 Magmars. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's grab another useless Iron Valiant then. For Ultra Ball. Not useless in this matchup, actually. I guess in this matchup what's useless now is Meloetta, because I have one already. And then we Ultra Ball away Meloetta and Latias. I do need to find like 2 out of 2 Magmars for this. Maybe Squawk is the better play to pull here. I think I grab Magmar. Maybe Ditto. I think Ditto is probably the best. Yeah, Ditto is probably the best here. What's my discard pile looking like? Yeah, that makes sense. Carmine. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Sola. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we find Dangerous Laser, so that means we don't have to actually play down Volcanion. My opponent is now burned. Find another TM Evo, so let's attach that to Ditto to Finn. I'll bench MEW. Fortunately, I don't really have a way to actually switch out here. It's just a straight up brick. Should I have gone for Squawk? I probably should have gone for Squawk. It's way too greedy with a Ditto, unfortunately. Damn. Wow. The fact that I found no Pokemon Search in that hand. 5. It's kind of appalling because there's so much Pokemon Search in this deck. There's like 15 Pokemon Search cards. That's a lot, by the way. 15. Shuffle up again. Maybe I shouldn't have cut the Pokemon Search cards and just some Pokemon themselves. Like maybe I should cut an Iron Valiant and like a Future Booster. A Future Booster seems like bare minimum, because what if we prize one? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, Future Booster is a side plan anyway, so maybe we do cut 1 Future Booster, 1 Iron Valiant, and then add like another Town Store or another Team Evo. Probably another Town Store. Right, so what's this looking like? I am forced to start Volk. Okay, and I have Dangerous Laser in opener. That's... I had a quick glimpse of this opener. Doesn't look great. Let's see. Another Volk. Yeah, I have like 1 playable card here. Re-switch? Oh my god. Dude, this better be like the most godlike Pokemon find here. Off of the Dusk Ball. I mean, Latias ain't really it. I was hoping to hit a Squawk, man. There's no Squawk in here, this game is doomed. Dude. I don't know what's with my luck right now. I don't know what's with my luck. I don't think this deck is too inconsistent. I think I'm just drawing badly. I think it's just a skill issue. Unfortunately. Obviously, the list is not fully refined. This is why we're in theory crafting. I do think the deck could use like another Town Store. For sure. Maybe 4 Town Store even. And I guess you could cut like maybe all the Valiants from the list. Cutting all Valiants feels really, really bad. That means you're basically all in on the Evo plan. Isn't always the best. There's 2 Town Store in my opening hand and a Magmar. Magmar's probably like the worst Pokemon to start here, but that's okay. Draw for turn, we're definitely playing the Town Store. We have some Pokemon Search though, so not to worry. Because I have Team Evo in hand, no, I'm not gonna use Town Store. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's Ad Break. Shit. Well, I'll keep playing for the YouTube audience. There's a Meloetta from the Great Ball, nice. Meloetta from Great Ball is epic. That's a card we need. Alright, shuffle is done. Let's play the Dusk Ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess we hit the Mew off that. We don't need another Meloetta. I don't think there's an Ultra Ball in my hand to pin down. No. Sweet. Grab the Mew. Not sure if I want to bench that, but that's fine. Alright. Shuffled. Definitely bench the Meloetta and attach Team Evo here. The thing is, I need another Magmar. I need Volcanion. Those are like the only 2 Pokemon I need. So let's Nest Ball. What have we priced? Why do I always price a Carmine, it feels like? And I priced 2 Magmortar? Oh my god. So we definitely grab second Magmar last. I 100% grab Squawk from this Nest Ball. What do I grab from the other Nest Ball? Canyon? I think Volcanion, yeah. Maybe Latias? Maybe Ditto. Volcanion is probably correct here. We're definitely gonna Town Store for a future booster. Or actually just another Team Evo. Do I want to bench down the Mew? I'm gonna need like 1 switch in total. But Latias could also be that switch. Maybe. Maybe. To attach Team Evo here doesn't really matter where I attach it. I think I will bench Mew. Go for a restart for 2. Another Volcanion, another Nest Ball. So I can Nest Ball for a Magmar. There we go. Now basically what we need here is Switch plus Jet, and then we're golden. Or Dangerous Laser plus Jet Energy. That's like the best course of action here. Okay, shuffle, shuffle. That's probably a pretty good shuffle. Let's squawk the Volcanion and Town Store away for 6 fresh cards. We found a Carmine, that's really nice. 6. Unfortunately, we drew a Magmortar. This is a really dead hand. Holy shit. What is that hand that I just drew? That's Pokégear. No fitting for Carmines. I just drew several Magmar and a Magmortar. The heck? How? For like the last copies remaining in my deck. Like one Magmar I could understand. One Magmortar I could understand. Both? Another Pokégear. 5. 7. Once again, no Carmine to fin. Dude, I think I'm just once again giga unlucky, but this last list probably needs some refinements. The Dangerous Laser in deck, of course. That's just Carmine. Damage is capped to 50 anyway, unfortunately. See if we even get it off. We do find Jet. We don't find Switch. So I don't even have a way to make opponent burns. Okay, yeah. Great. Let's just sort the deck real quick. Stadium Energy. Item. Tool. Pokemon. We want to refine this list for sure. Mew Magmar. More Magmar. Go. I was definitely right in only doing one Latias. One Latias feels very fair. Even if your prize Latias is not that bad. Because you run so many switches. And Mew is a free retreater, and Iron Valiant is a free retreater. So list right now is 3 Jets. Town Store. 3 Team Evos, 2 Future Boosters. Now we have 4 Carmine. I don't think I'm changing the supporter lineup whatsoever. I think 4 Carmine is exactly what this deck wants, nothing more, nothing less. Laser. Rates. Dusk. Gear. Switch. Ultra. Dusk. Rate. Switch. Dusk. Bait. Nest. Nest. Gear. Scroll. Stick. We have 3 Ultra Balls now, the rest is all 4s. Okay. Magmar, Squawk. Magmar. Magmar. 4 Magmar. Order. I'm unsure about triple Volcanion. The thing is, if you price to Volcanion, you need to find Dangerous Laser, and I'm thinking of maybe even subbing out Dangerous Laser, so 3 Volcanion definitely seems like a must. 3 Iron Valiant, Squawkabilly. Actually, 2 Meloetta probably should go in between here. Ditto MEW. Or Dusk Ball. Great Ball. Nest Ball. Pokégear. Switch. 3 Ultra Ball, 1 Dangerous Laser. Roto-Stick. The balls are falling off a little bit. Go. Okay. How do we tweak this list for liking? Definitely more. We definitely need more town stores. Basic Psychic would be really nice in this list. We already run like 7 forms of switching, manual switching, of which one is kind of limited to the Meloetta though. Like 4 plus 1-ish. Is there another, I don't think there's other switch cards in format, right? I don't believe so. I mean, there's Petrons. Like Petron TX switches for you, but I don't have any dark Pokemon. So it wouldn't make any sense. Would a dark Pokemon make sense here though? Maybe? If I had like one of Petron TX, one of Morpeko, you know, the one that has free retreat if it has no energy attached. It's technically like a free switch, but it's once again 2 bench space. And the thing is, I don't want to run an Area 0 list of this, because that would mean my stadium is compromised. I really want to find the TMUOs fast. As for the town stores, well, that's the thing, like, that's what the town stores are for. So, I think we definitely go up to 3 town stores. Hold on. Let me actually go grab the deck list so I can tweak it. The one in Restream. Yeah, okay. So we definitely want to go up to 3 town store. Maybe 4. I think we then go down to 2 jets. No, 2 jets feels awkward as fuck. Maybe we start cutting into Iron Valiants. We go 2 Iron Valiants. What if we go like 2 Iron Valiants? For that 3rd town store. I'm unsure about the future booster energy capsule, if that's relevant or not. I think it's not that relevant. Although I feel like if I remove the future boosters, then I would need to add another Latias back, which might be worth. It might be worth to add Latias back. It's difficult. That's really, really difficult, actually. I think I do cut 1 future booster then. So we got one Future Booster and one Iron Valiant. To add one Town Store, at the very least. Do we add another Town Store is the question. Or do we just add a basic energy? Do we just, instead of go 3 Jet, go for 2 Jet, 2 basic Psychic? Maybe that's the play. Although finding Jet is... Well, the thing is, we can still attack with Evolution with a Psychic energy. We just need to find an additional way to switch it in. Not the worst thing in the world. So yeah. I think 2 Jet, 2 Psychic works. That's SVI 6. No, 5. Let's just count real quick. 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wait, I got 2 Pokemon? Oh yeah, I got a Latias earlier. 4, 3, yeah. I think that might be the final list. Unfortunately, I don't have another Town Store. But I think that's the play. We remove 1 Future Booster, 1 Jet Energy, 1 Iron Valiant EX. And we add in 2 basic Psychic Energy and a Town Store. I think that's probably the play. The one of Future Booster still has use, making Iron Valiant a free retreater. We got the Valiants all together? Probably not, because Valiant is a really nice side grade in case you don't want to go for the full-on burn package. Maybe we should just focus full-on on the burn package. It's inconsistent as a maybe. This is difficult. I'll put this back here for now. Let me just go re-grab that link, or not the link. Let me just re-grab the list that I just edited. Import from clipboards. It didn't recognize 2 of the cards. Oh, it's the Meloetta. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Let's name it DONK with like 3Ks or something. Okay. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Psychics are nice. Psychics are also nice if you want to go for like an Iron Valiant kind of play with 30 damage from Echoed Voice. But with 2 Iron Valiants, that's kind of mid. If you know what I mean. It's kind of mid with 2 Iron Valiants. But I think it's okay. I think the biggest problem of the deck is still like finding the supporters. So maybe adding extra Roto-Sticks is the way to go. And we got like... So maybe... I'm not sure if cutting Ultra Ball was the play, because it makes Mew less powerful. But definitely... Maybe cutting Nest Ball is the play rather than Ultra Ball, actually. It's really, really weird. This deck list is so weird, and I need to wrap my head around it. Which I'm gonna do off stream. I think that's probably the best play for me to right now. Yeah, that's probably my best bet. To do this off stream. Use my brain cells for that part. Sorry for the cam shake and the rolling. Do need to do this. We're gonna go look for someone to raid into. I'll stop the music for now, so I can actually listen into the raids. Let's see. By the way, the rating doesn't really do anything on YouTube, unfortunately. This is just on Twitch's end. We could raid into Aki. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, cool. Let's go for that. Okay, thanks everyone so much for hanging out. Just as a reminder, there's no weekend stream because I'm not here this weekend, but we'll be back next Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys then, okay? See you soon.